I'm on my way to Cairns. I've just checked in at the check-in guest and I've got my boarding pass and I'm excited because I'm about to start a big adventure. First stop in Cairns, and join me for a little Aussie adventure.
I have arrived in Cairns. My friend Aham has also arrived in Cairns to join me for my Cairns adventure.
What's accommodation like in Cairns for people with disabilities? The good thing is that Cairns has a lot of accessible accommodation compared to a lot of other places because there's a lot of new hotels. I'm staying at the Crystal Brook Riley. The Riley here is great because there's big wide paths, it's very accessible, there's a big pool that's easy to get into, you can roll up to the day beds. There's also a gym that is accessible to enter into, a day spa. They've got 2 restaurants, cafe area. The hotel rooms are also pretty great. They've got quite a few accessible rooms. When you enter the room's quite spacious. They've got a fridge, coffee machine. The bed is also really soft and comfortable. The shower is very wide and open and DDA compliant. The showers also have a handheld shower attachment, a shower chair, and also has the option for a rain shower head. The only thing that's a bit frustrating about the hotel room is the desk that you wheel up to work at is really low, so you can't get your legs under it. This hotel is also right on the water's edge, so you literally roll out the front door. It takes about 2 minutes to wheel to the Cairns CBD, and everything in this area is flat. If you're not sure if this or other hotels will meet your needs, it's really important to contact the hotel before you make a booking. What are the footpaths like to get around in Cairns? Cairns being a pretty developed city, the footpaths are pretty great. There's also a lot of flat territory around here, so there's no hills, which means it's really easy to wheel around and it's not as harmful on your shoulders to push in your wheelchair. There's a few bits of footpath that need a bit of maintenance with pavements popping up, but generally the footpaths in Cairns are great and it's pretty easy to roll around. I'm here with my friend Aham, who's just joined me on my adventure. We're on our way to a place called Paronella Park. It's about 1 hour and 20 minutes drive from Cairns. The story of Paronella Park starts with Jose Paronella, who arrived in Australia from Catalonia in Spain in around 1913. For the first 11 years when he arrived in Australia, he worked on the sugar canes. Doing that, he made himself about $2.5 million of Australian currency equivalent today. In around 1930, he introduced hydropower, which was the second hydropower installation in Queensland at the time, and it was the only private installation. I've had a pretty good day here at Paronella Park. Is it accessible? Well, kind of. Some of the paths are really easy to get around, but some of the paths are really, really steep. I'm really glad that they had that buggy for me to get into, because if it wasn't for that, there's no way I could see half the park. I've been told to call you and then you will send the limousine down?
I will, yes. I will get Diane or Megan to come down and get you now.
Thank you. And just some French champagne, ice bucket and 2 glasses, please. It's unreal when you look at it like this. I definitely recommend the path for people with disabilities, but just remember to bring someone to give you a hand getting up and down the hills and also through some of the paths that are a little bit steep. So I'm trapped down the bottom and I'm excited to go up, and if you could put the kettle on please, I'd love to have a coffee. Thank you so much. Today we're going on an adventure. And no, it's not to Gilligan Backpackers Hostel. We're heading to Green Island. We have arrived at the Reef Terminal.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, thank you.
I'd like to go to Green Island, please.
In the Green Island, we have 3 different packages. Glass bottom boat tour for half an hour,
Yeah.
or snorkeling equipment.
And also, can I swim back?
You can if you want to.
How far
It's
is
a 27 kilo.
27 kilometres. Yeah. Well, I've got my Speedos and my goggles, so...
Did they make it back?
So the good thing is they accept the companion card. We've got our tickets! We're going to Green Island, snorkeling, a boat tour, and it's all accessible.
Wait for us! Wait for us! Is this the boat to Tasmania?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, good. And you're wheelchair accessible just up this ramp? Cool. Looks nice and steep.
We can do that.
Wow, look at this. Whoa!
Ready?
Oh, my God!
You're a little fella, aren't you?
I made it on the boat and the ramp is extremely steep and it's not very wide, so if you're in a large chair or power wheelchair you'll very much struggle to get up and on the boat.
Your glass bottom boat is going to be at number 1 today. You'll need to be there 5 minutes before your tour.
Oh shit, it's a bit scary.
What?
Oh God.
Oh, here we go.
The first European to discover Green Island was Captain James Cook in 1770 as he sailed through the Great Barrier Reef on board his ship, the HMS Endeavour.
Where's your accessible bathroom? You got a bathroom on board?
We do.
Where is it?
Downstairs.
So what happens if a wheelchair person wants to go to the bathroom throughout the journey?
Yeah. Good question.
If I just get a bit of speed and just catapult down?
Yeah. I believe they are chasing some money.
Yeah.
There's some grants or something for money for that.
Because on the website it says it's a wheelchair accessible tour, but it just doesn't have a bathroom access.
Right.
Or you could just give people an empty bottle and they can piss in that.
Would you do that?
Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, there's an accessible bathroom. You can't follow me in here. Does anyone know if there's any beach wheelchairs that people can borrow around here to get onto the sand?
Don't know, sorry.
Wow, check it out. Let's see if we can get someone to push me in and go for a swim. 1, 2, 3.
This is it. I'm in the water. And I'm in the floating beach wheelchair that hasn't been serviced, so the arm just keeps floating up. But this is great. Let's go snorkeling. That was really amazing. The water is so warm. I swam out probably about 15, 20 meters and all of a sudden I saw fish everywhere. Sadly, the tour of the glass bottom boat is not wheelchair accessible.
So, do you need a hand down?
Oh, you mean down these stairs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't do the stairs.
Do you need a hand down?
Have you got a ramp?
We don't have a ramp, but I can help you down.
So what do you do when wheelchair users come here?
I'm not too sure. I could carry you down if you want.
Carry
That's
me?
Yeah.
Can't go on this activity, but there the boat goes without us. All in all, Green Island is such a great activity, but unfortunately it's not hugely accessible. But it would not be hard to make this island very accessible and inclusive for everybody. Oh my God, this is fantastic. We have just arrived at the Skyrail, and up the top there it's called Kuranda, and they've got shops and markets and food. Let's go check it out. I have a little card, it's called a companion card, and usually it allows someone to go with you for free as a carer to help you, get in and out of the Skyrail and other things. Let's see if they accept this card. Yeah. Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I like to go on to the Skyrail. We'll get return on the Skyrail then, please. Yeah. And I've also got a companion card.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Return time at 3:15.
Okay.
But if you wanted to come back beforehand, you can.
All right, thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You too, thank you.
Wheelchair accessible bathroom is very, very small. It'll be okay for a manual wheelchair user, but if you're in a large power wheelchair with your carer, it'll be very difficult to turn around inside. Did you get many wheelchair users here?
Lots, yeah.
Lots, that's so cool.
Most days.
Cool. We've made it on the Skyrail. It wasn't a very glamorous entry, there's no ramp, but we're in and we're about to take off. I'll just grab myself there.
No worries, mate.
Oh, gee. I've lost the thumb! No! So if you hold on to this and hang on, you can go all the way back to Cairns. See ya!
So alrighty, I'll give you an idea what you're getting yourselves into. My name's Ash, I'm one of the rangers here at Skyrail. The idea is that we're going to spend about 20 minutes together, you and I. We're going to go along the boardwalk through the rainforest. I'm going to talk a bit about the forest, of course, a bit about the history, where it's been, where it's going, a bit about the plants, a bit about the animals as well.
We have arrived at Kuranda. This ramp walkway may be unsuitable for people with mobility impairments or other medical conditions due to moderate steep gradient. So which path do the people with disabilities use then, if they can't use this one? I've arrived in Kuranda Township and the hill to get up is very steep. I actually don't know if my power assistance is going to make it. I'm going to turn around backwards and see if it's easy to reverse up. The Kuranda market is huge. There are so many stalls, like hundreds. And there's so many different things that you can buy here, from chilies to necklaces to records. There's even gin tasting behind me. You can literally spend hours here looking around and buying things. The market generally is pretty accessible. Some of the paths are a little bit steep. There's lots of little cafes and juice places around with lots of vegan options as well. If you're looking at doing a day activity, coming to Kuranda should definitely be one of your activities that's on your list. My trip to Cairns has concluded, and what's it like for people with disabilities to get around? Well, Cairns is pretty accessible because of the fact that it's really flat. The footpaths are really great, well looked after, well kept. There's plenty of accessible accommodation as well, so it's easy to find hotels that are inclusive for people with disabilities. The only thing a little bit disappointing about Cairns is some of the tourism isn't as accessible as it can be. Great example was the activity in Green Island. The tour of the glass bottom boat is not wheelchair accessible. I found out only when it was time to jump on the boat. Can't go on this activity, but there the boat goes without us. All in all, I rate Cairns 4 out of 5 star for accessibility, and it wouldn't be hard for Cairns to be a 5-star if accessible tourism was to improve. Thank you so much for joining me on my Cairns adventure. Be sure to follow so you don't miss out on future travels, and together we can wheel around the world.